these guys are not paid well, are they? Like,
with a lighting system.
what's up, Squad? It's your Squid, aka the Anxious Squid. You know what the video is about. Let's get straight into it.
Motorsport as a whole is a display of dazzling speed from the cars and the drivers that pilot these swift machines. Even though it's the drivers that take credit for their success as they step on the podium,
yeah, it's a team
there's a lot that goes on in a team's garage at any given race. Apart from the drivers, there are hundreds
engineers,
or thousands of
all
people
that sort of stuff
work behind the scenes, right from the engineers and analysts to manufacturers and the media people. While most of the staff work at the team headquarters,
hell, even the
there are a
interns.
select few members that are required to travel around the globe with the team and be present at the track to provide critical support whenever required. These might include the on-site strategists, analysts, and more importantly, the pit crew.
Yeah, people who are making it all happen.
Significantly over the years. Back in the 2000s, pit stops generally took 6 to 12 seconds, primarily due to refueling. But these days, pit stops are literally a matter of a second or two, making all the difference in securing a win. This is why the job of a pit crew is essential during a race. So, what does it take to be part of a Formula One pit crew? And how much can you earn as a member of a pit crew? To answer that, let's dig a bit deeper now.
Awesome. Shout out to all the people that linked me to this in the comments of another video, this video obviously. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out, that'd be cool. It's in my motorsport playlist and whatnot. But yeah, I asked how much do these people make in that video, and heaps of people were guessing or like trying to teach me and stuff like that. And then this video came out recently, and since this video came out, people have been like, yeah, you should watch this, it's XYZ, and like, I don't know what the XYZs were. I'm still not learning in this video, but yeah, thank you to everyone that suggested it for me.
Of the pit crew are more often than not mechanics who work on various parts of the car. These include the front and rear end mechanics, the number one mechanic, the chief mechanic, and a few others. Although pit stops are only a part of the overall job, it involves serious risk as anything could go wrong in those intense moments. For this reason alone, the crew is made up of strong, brave, and quick individuals who are fairly compensated for their efforts. An F1 pit crew usually consists of 20 to 23 people.
That's a lot.
Depending on the changes that need to be
more than I
made,
anticipated.
along with a few people as backup in case of equipment failure. Starting off with the front and rear jackmen, they're responsible for lifting the car with specialized jacks when it comes in, as well as withdrawing the jacks as soon as the tires are fitted on. They make around $150,000 annually, $3,000 per race, and another $500 for a race win. The front jackman in particular is more vulnerable to injury if a driver overshoots their mark during entry. Therefore, an additional jackman remains on standby to avoid delays due to malfunctions. Next up are the tyre carriers. These are 8 crew members with...
Have a look at him down his back too. He literally gets hit by the car and just gets up and grabs the spare jack out of the other teammate's way because the spare person had the other one.
These are 8 crew members with 1 carrier in charge for removing the older tyre and another one for replacing it with a newer tyre. Tyre carriers on average earn $270,000 per year, making about $3,500 per race plus another $2,500 on winning the race. The wheel gun operators on tyre changes, as they're known, are the ones armed with a high-pressure pneumatic gun at each wheel to screw and unscrew the wheel nuts accordingly. They bring home roughly $5,000 per race, $2,500 as a winning bonus, with yearly earnings of approximately $350,000.
These guys are not paid well, are they? Like,
with a lighting system that
they pay very well.
Sends a signal once the wheel nut is tightened. Moving on to the stabilizers, they're in control of the vehicle once the jacks are set in place. F1 cars tend to destabilize and can even topple when they're lifted up, which is why the stabilizers are required to hold the car firmly in place on either side.
They're pivotal, I guess.
Duties in the meantime. They rake in around $90,000 each year, earning $2,500.
Why don't they earn as much as this guy? How come Guido's earning more?
Along are the wingmen. No, not
Guido being the car's character, not being racist.
2 crew members who look after the front wing, making any necessary adjustments in terms of angle, or even replacing the entire wing if it's severely damaged during the race. The wingmen each draw a yearly salary of $150,000, with per race earnings of $3,000 and an incentive of $500 for race wins. Then of course is the fire extinguisher man, who, as the name obviously suggests, stands in command of the fire extinguisher during the pit stop on the off chance that the car might erupt in flames. This role became a necessary fixture after Jos Verstappen's unfortunate fire in the pit pit lane, which led to safety-focused improvement. Ideally, the fire extinguisher
I'll have to look
man
into that.
receives
Jos Verstappen,
$30,000
is
per annum,
that
with each race
Max's
bringing
dad?
in $500 and a win bringing in an additional $250. Finally, we have the Lollipop Man, a job formerly carried out with a traffic lollipop to indicate where the driver's garage was located, and also used to signal when it's safe for the driver to change gears. These days, a traffic light system is used instead, which reduces the risk of human error. However, it's still crucial to have a crew member look out for oncoming vehicles and ensure that the pit stop is correctly done.
Makes sense.
The role is mostly taken over by the chief mechanic, whose primary job is to oversee the car built as per the specifications. The chief mechanic also picks the mechanics who will be part of the pit crew and coordinates with them, playing a vital role in the crew. Being a senior member of the team, they can easily pocket anywhere between $800,000 to $1 million.
Holy shit!
Making around $10,000 on a race weekend and an extra $5,000 as
That's a lot of money.
Even though not much has changed in the last few years, mainly because of rules that ban the use of powered devices in pit stops, there have been a few rules that have disappeared from pit crews due to technological advancements or due to regulation changes made by the FIA. So let's take a look at some honourable mentions. The refueling man. They used to be in charge of refueling the vehicle during pit stops. This included tasks like inserting the fuel hose and making sure that no fuel is spilled. However, the FIA banned refueling from the 2010 season, which forced teams to do away with the job. Another such job was that of the starter man, who was required to be on standby with a starter tool in the remote possibility of the engine stalling during a pit stop.
Makes sense.
With cars now having anti-stall systems built in to prevent the cars from stalling, this job has now been discontinued.
Like the knocker-upper of old.
Continues to bring new regulations to make the sport more and more exciting. It's uncertain whether pit stops will undergo any major development. Pit stops are undoubtedly a spectacular feat of human reflexes and agility, with teams breaking previously held records each season.
Yeah, nice.
While they're an integral part of race strategy, they also make for an entertaining watch for fans, and if properly
executed, my wife calls them little elves when we watch NASCAR.
Potential win for the team. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like or comment below what you would like to see next.
As always,
don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, good video, good video. As always, if you want to go and see that video without me reacting to it and all that, the link's right at the bottom of the description after all the stuff that makes me money. Speaking of money, if you spend $5 on my Patreon, like all these mad dogs do, you would get a guaranteed reaction every month. I like money. Turning some of yours into mine on a monthly basis would be ideal. I'm going to try and edit and upload absolutely everything I filmed today in the one day. See if I can have a boom, big boom. I'm trying to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2021. Can't do it without people like you, if you're not yet subscribed, becoming subscribed, you know what I mean? So do me a solid, click that subscribe button, click the like button, maybe send one of my videos to a friend as well, see if that helps me and all that jazz. But yeah, failing all of that, just keep watching some of my shit, please. I'll see you guys when I look at you. You'll see me when you look at me. Thanks so much for watching.